Step, yes, Father. I hear you. Yes. And when I said yes to him, the feeling subsided to where I could move. Hi, my name is Susan, and this is my coming to Christ testimony. When I was first born, I was heavily neglected. So when I turned 2, I was given over to my grandparents. I was raised in the church with them, but I was abused mentally, physically. Religion forced down my throat. She even called it punishment. Anytime I'd done something wrong, I was forced to read the Bible out loud. But even during all of that, I knew deep down that Jesus Christ was real, that he was God, that he came down in the flesh, and that he died for everybody, and that he rose again. But because of the human error in my abusive grandmother, I let my immaturity and selfish flesh distort my view of who Jesus really was. And so, even though I was baptized as an early teen, mainly because of that's what I just knew it was expected of me, I left. I ran away. And I had started partying, dressing provocatively, being almost promiscuous. Like I said, the drinking, I was smoking pot. I was just doing what I wanted to do. Then I was forced onto this guy that my mom knew. Talking about, oh, he's a great guy. He'll treat you good. I moved in with this guy before we were married. And that turns into an abusive marriage. But in the middle of that marriage, I'm not sure what it was, but I knew this wasn't right. So I got rebaptized and got serious about my faith, or at least tried. He even started coming to church with me. We was going to church regularly, but I wasn't praying and in the Word. I let temptation draw me away yet again. But because of abuse and infidelity, I divorced. And then I met my husband that I'm with now. We get married. And even while living in sin, 2 years after we get married, I pray to God and begged him for a child. I said, you're going to bless me with a child with the wrong man. I said, so Lord, please, if you give me a child with this man, I promise you I will give her back to you. Her, him, it doesn't matter to me, Lord. Just please bless me with a child before I'm 35. And when you know it, before I'm 35, 2 weeks after I turned 34, my daughter was born. And here's the thing about praying to God. You better be specific about what you pray for. Because the only thing I said was, let this child be a perfect mixture of me and my husband. I wasn't specific. And, well, she turned out exactly a half and half. It's like this half is me, this half is him. She literally has my ear, his ear. But she is so beautiful, though. But a literal half and half. But she is 7. She loves Jesus. She won't have anything to do with the devil. I mean, the fact that even though I'm still living in sin and rebellion, and he answered my prayer. That should have called me back right then, but it didn't. I was still being selfish. But a couple of years ago, my best friend from high school was posting about her church and asking people to join on their live services and asking people to watch with her. Something urged me. Okay, I'll watch. During that worship service, Jesus Christ called me that day. And I know for a fact it was him. And I could tell it was that feeling that he left the 99 for the one. The feeling washed over me like a bucket of water. It was so intense, so powerful. I couldn't do anything but just sit there and bawl my eyes out. Because I wanted to do everything. I wanted to jump up and shout. I wanted to fall to my knees. But I couldn't do anything. I couldn't voice except, yes, Father, I hear you. Yes. And when I said yes to him, the feeling subsided to where I could move. And I was able to bring my focus back to the preacher and continue with my notes. And ever since then, he has brought me out of listening to secular music. Nothing plays on my phone but worship music now. I dress modestly. I don't care to listen to any gossip. I ain't about that no more. I don't want to hear it. Before, I was all about the tea. Don't care about it no more. I don't even want to touch alcohol. I quit touching pot. I even quit cussing. He has brought me through so much stuff. Yet I still vape. But he's still working on me. Jesus is still in the process of sanctification. Like he does with all of us. But I thank him every day for calling on me. Because something told me in my spirit, I knew deep down that, okay, just because a human hurt me doesn't mean it's God's fault. Because you're reading throughout the Bible about how God is love. There's no way God can allow that. Even though it does happen. That's just human error. We can't fault God for that. Because I know now that he was there in the midst of it. He was with me. Because if he wasn't, it could have been way worse. I know for a fact. He was with me through it all. And I think that he allowed it for it to be a part of my story. Because he was allowing me to go through the valley to bring me into something much, much better. Just like he can do for you. People are going to do wrong. It's just part of the flesh. We're all born into sin. We're all going to make mistakes. But Jesus is still there. That's what his grace is for. You can't judge Jesus based on human error. Jesus ain't about that. Jesus is love. And he can bring you through it, just like he did for me.